Laugh out loud, love a lot, and shop for what makes you happy.
Hey guys, Mandy here with Laugh Love Shop, and today we're going to declutter my makeup collection. I am so excited. I have been resisting the urge to go through it without you because I have been KonMariing the crap out of my house, and so my makeup collection is like sitting there glaring at me, and I'm ready to get going. So let's get started. All right, guys, we're gonna start in my caboodle. Yes, my sponge is dirty because I just put makeup on in order to do this video. But we're going to start in my caboodle because I do think there are things in here that need to get gone. So we're going to start here and kind of go through the entire process of how I put my makeup on because that just makes the most sense to me. Actually, over here, I don't think I'm getting rid of anything. I have my foundation. What's that? A little brush? Okay, we'll get rid of that. I should have put a trash bag in there. Oh well. All right, foundation, some primer, concealer, setting powder, glowing powder, also powder, but I use all of those, so those are staying. Next is blush. I've been using these two blushes, and I love them. I've been using this highlighter and this bronzer, so those are all staying. Now, let's switch over to here for my eye makeup stuff. This is my favorite mascara. I love this stuff. That's staying. My eyeshadow primer is staying. This eyeliner, I love this liquid eyeliner. However, it's getting old and I've had it. I think you're supposed to throw liquid eyeliner out after 3 months. And I've definitely had it longer than that. And I think it's starting to irritate my eyes and it's starting to separate. So, all right, this is staying. That is my brow and lash comb. This is staying. That's my fat brow for my eyebrows. What else? This is staying. I really like this for my waterline. This is actually meant for the waterline. Do you guys remember I got this in my Birchbox? I don't like it as much. I feel like it's not as eye brightening as this is. So that's gonna go. Now, these eyeliners. I think these are all gonna go. I don't use colored eyeliners very much. I'm gonna keep this one. This one I like to use as a highlight around my eye. What else? We got brown and gray. I think I'll keep the brown. The gray always makes me feel kind of grungy, which is not my favorite aesthetic, so that's gonna go. I think the purple, the green, and the blue can also go. And I have another green that can go. You know, I completely forgot that I had this black eyeliner. See what happens when you have so much stuff in there? Good. I can try to use that up before I replace the brown one. And then this is the same kind of brow liner as the fat brow is. It's just skinnier. So once I use up the fat brow, then I'll go into this one. Okay, that's all the eye stuff up there. Now let's talk about lip products. These are my lip liners, and I think I'm actually gonna keep I'm going to keep all of these, but I think I'm going to move them over here somewhere so that I remember to use them, because when they're over there with my face makeup and I've already finished with my face makeup and moved on to the rest of my face, I kind of forget about it. So I'm going to move these over here, but not yet because I want to clear out some of this stuff first. All right, let's talk about these lip products for a minute. I really like the shade of this one. Steve Laurent is not cruelty free, but I'm going to use this up and enjoy it while I have it. This one is the Cashmere Silk by Hard Candy, and this is in the shade Creme Brulee. And guys, this is exactly my lip color. And so most of the time I feel like I would rather just put a gloss on than use this sort of cream formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. All right, we're down to the final 5 lippies here. I love this Vasanti one. I'm wearing that today, so that's gonna stay. The others, let's see, I'm not sure about. I think I need to try them on. This one I know I liked. Hold on. This ColourPop one I know I liked, so I'm going to keep that one. I'm actually going to keep all of these, but I want to make it a point to wear these and see if I like them or not. So they're going to go in here, and now hopefully I can see them a little bit better. All right, let's talk about my Milani lipstick collection. I swatched all of these on the back of my hand, and I love all of them. That one in the middle is a little bright, so I think that I can just toss that one. That's this Blushing Beauty one. I'm going to go ahead and toss that. And since these are all really old, guys, really old, several years old. I'm actually going to toss all of them, but I do want to repurchase these 4. And just so that I don't forget what shades I want, I'm not going to throw them in the trash can just yet. I'm going to put them in my purse so that I remember to repurchase them. Next up, I have these 3 lipsticks. This one is by Flower Beauty, this one is by Mellow Cosmetics, and this one is by MAC. And I think I'm getting rid of all of these. This one is kind of old, and it's also more matte than I prefer in my lipsticks. This one is a matte lipstick, and I just don't like matte lipsticks. But I loved the shape of the bullet, which is why I've been keeping it. But it's also several years old, so it needs to go. And then this MAC one, I just don't think I'm into that dark of a lipstick. I don't know. I feel like I haven't given it a chance though. So I think I'll keep that actually, because I just got that in a subscription box, but I'll get rid of these 2. And finally, for lip products, I have these little mini Bite Beauty lipsticks, and these are the shades that they're in. And I do really like these. I wish that they would put some indication of the color, because like even the sticker is black. I wish they would put some indication of the color on the outside of the packaging, because I'm a visual person and I just feel like I would grab for these more if I just saw the color. But they don't, and I'm going to keep them anyway in hopes that I will actually use them. All right, so those are the lip products. I'm going to put these pencils down here for now, and I'll probably move them up here once I work through these colors. Now we're going to move on to the inside here. And I think I'm going to toss this. I only use this when I use shadow as eyeliner. And to be honest, it's not that often. And I can probably use one of these 2 setting sprays down here. Plus, again, I've had this for a really long time. This setting spray, totally keeping. This setting spray, totally keeping. But you know, I'm down to 2 now. This hairspray I use for my eyebrows, definitely keeping. Now there are a couple of eyeshadows here that I would like to depot and put in my Z palette. This is one of them. I love that pink shade, so I want to depot that and put it in my Z palette. And this is the other one. There are a few shades in here that I really like that I want to depot and also put in my Z palette. Now this is my Z palette, and all of these shadows are staying, at least for now. All right guys, let's talk about this. I really liked this palette when I first got it, which was back before I was cruelty-free. L'Oreal's not cruelty-free. And kind of before there were a lot of options like this at the drugstore. Now though, especially with the CoverGirl line going cruelty-free, I feel like there are so many options. And to be honest, I like the looks that this palette gives me, but it does not spark any kind of creativity for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Plus, it's really, really old and probably should have been tossed a long time ago. Now, the last 3 palettes in my collection I'm keeping. I already know that I'm keeping. This is my My Little Pony palette, which I very much enjoy when I'm feeling very bold and colorful. And then this is my Tarte palette. I do wish that it wasn't so chunky in the packaging, which is why I have a palette in here, just to try to save some space. But I really enjoy all of the looks that I get from this. And so this is kind of my cool neutral palette. I don't really need that L'Oreal one that's down there in the trash because I already have a lot of those shades in this one. And finally, my The Once palette. That's not going anywhere. I love that palette so much. All right, so now that we got all of that sorted and cleared out, I'm going to put these into my to-do box so that I remember to do that. And now we're going to move on to this drawer. All right, here we go. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, like I don't know where to start. Let's start with this. This is a lovely bronzer that I never use. So that's going to go in the trash. It's pretty old, Tambien, so I don't feel bad about that at all. All right, let's take a second and talk about the blushes here. I have my 2 favorites, current favorites that I'm working through up there, and I'm trying to use this one up. And this is going to be the backup of that one. And these are what's left. And to be honest, guys, I don't really enjoy matte blushes. So I think this flower one is going to go. I love the shade, but I'm just not a fan of the matte. So that's going to go, and I've had it for a really long time. You guessed it. Now, this one by Tarte, I think I got this in an Ipsy bag. It's in the shade Feisty, and it's a pretty warm shade, but again, it's matte, and I'm just not a huge fan. So now I'm down to these 3, and they are 3 quite different shades, and they're all a little shimmery, which I love, but I think that they would be more flattering on me in the summertime, so I'm going to go ahead and put them back in my drawer for now. And if when the summer comes and my skin is a little bit more tan, I find that they don't end up working out for me, then I'll get rid of them then. Oh guys, I forgot a blush. This is by Pacifica. I wish they sold them in stores, but I have not seen them in stores. My sister got this in her Ipsy bag. Isn't that cute? It has a mirror on the back. My sister got this in her Ipsy bag, and we were on vacation together, and I said, I'm going to steal this. And then I did. I really like it. So that one's definitely staying as well. Next up, I have this bronzer. And to be honest, I'm not like totally excited about this bronzer. It doesn't thrill me at all. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. So this is the keep stuff so far. And you can tell there's still a lot of stuff in here. This came with that Tarte palette. And to be honest, guys, I keep trying to use this and it just does not do anything for me, and I keep forgetting about it. Since I don't really care for this anyway, I'm gonna get rid of it. Another face palette that I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of is this e.l.f. one. This is even older than the previous face palette, and yeah, I did like it, but I just haven't been reaching for it, and it's old, and I've been preferring things with a little bit more of a sheen lately, so it's time to retire. Up next, I have 3 powders. This one is a Loose Physicians Formula one. And guys, I'm just not a fan of loose powders anymore. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm not. This one I tried to use and it just doesn't work for what I need a powder to do. Not for me. So goodbye to you. This is a finishing powder. And I think I'm going to try this after I'm done using this little e.l.f. one. I think I'm going to keep this for the future as a backup. I don't really like having backups of things, but it is what it is. This little bronzer was the first bronzer that I ever actually liked. I had it as a sample in an Ipsy bag, and I really, really enjoyed this. However, I've been really liking having the, you guessed it, more of a sheen in my bronzer, so I think I'm going to say it's time to retire this one. All right. Foundations and concealers. Let's start with the foundations. This one is too dry for me right now. My skin, like I said, has been drying out and it's just too dry of a formula. This one I tried the other day and I think it's because it's so old that it has gotten a bit wonky. It did not want to melt into my skin. You can see I used up about half of it. But really with liquid foundation, you're only supposed to keep them a year before they start to go bad. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. All right, that feels good. This, I really enjoyed this foundation, and it has SPF in it, and it is getting kind of old. There isn't much left in it, and I can't really use it until the summertime when my skin is darker. So I think it's time to say goodbye. And this Boo Boo Cover Up is a concealer, and the shade was just never right for me, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one as well. Oh, I missed a concealer. I have this one by It Cosmetics, and it's for under eye, and I don't really use concealer under my eyes, so that can go. I don't know why I've had that for so long. Okay, I have 2 primers here on top of this one that I've already decided I'm keeping and using up. And I do think I'm going to keep both of these so that I can use them up as well. These 2 are illuminators, skin illuminators, and I just don't use them in my makeup routine, so I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, what else is in here? I have this kabuki brush, which I never use. It's like a little furry animal though, which is adorable, but I never use it. So it's gonna go. This is gonna stay. This is a lid to one of my brushes up there, so I'm going to keep that. This is trash. I have these 2 Swispers things, and I never use them. There's no place for them in my makeup routine. Then there's this eyelash curler, and I don't really curl my lashes very much, but on the occasion that I have a wandering eyelash, I do pull it out from time to time. So that's gonna stay. This is also gonna stay, this cream to oil. You rub it on your face and it dissolves your makeup, and then you just wipe it off. It's wonderful. That's staying. I have a couple pairs of earrings in here that need to go in my jewelry box, so I'm gonna put them over here on the desk where hopefully they will not get knocked down by a cat until I can get them away. I have duo glue for eyelashes, staying. I also have this e.l.f. makeup remover, whoopsie, pen, which is wonderful. I really like these, but this one is kind of old and gross, and actually now that I'm thinking about it, so is this one. They can go in the trash. These are for my Z palette, for putting shadows into my Z palette, so they can stay. This, I think, is some kind of eyeshadow brush, but I don't use it, so that can go in the trash. This is a key to my caboodle, which I never lock, but I guess I'll just keep that in there, just in case somebody locks it. This is a spare one of those magnetic things that I guess my eyeshadow fell off of, so we're gonna toss that. This is another one of the eye makeup removing pens, so that can go over there. What else? We're getting so close to the end. This, I love this little mirror thing for checking my teeth. I just do. So that's staying. This is for washing my makeup brushes, so that's gonna stay, and so is this little pencil sharpener, and that's pretty much it. I do have my perfume things back there, but those are both staying, so they can stay there. All right, guys, we did it. We made it to the end, and I am pretty proud of myself. This drawer is very empty. The caboodle is still very full, but it's full of things that I know that I will use and enjoy. So I'm pretty happy with how this declutter turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up to let YouTube know you enjoy makeup videos, and I will talk to you next time. Bye! New videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. In the meantime, check these out and follow me across social media.